Hello and welcome to the Williams College Winter Athletics Time Travel Trivia Tournament. I am your host, Chris Dufour. Today, we have semifinal number one, incredible, the comeback kid of the tournament, Steve Kuster, against legendary women's basketball coach, Pat Manning. Welcome to the program, coaches.
Thanks, Chris.
This is the duel for a spot in the championship. This is Brady versus Mahomes, circa 2017.
Be more like Starbuck versus Unitas, probably given the ages, but I mean.
Yeah. All right. Starbuck versus Unitas. I like the pull there, though. That might be ominous for you, Kuster. That was well done.
Wow.
All right.
Steve.
So for the people at home, we're just gonna introduce the rules as always. The 6 categories are music, dance, and theater, science and technology, news and events, sports and leisure, TV and movies, and the old-fashioned wild card. There'll be 7 rounds. Each coach gets a question each round. There are still opportunities if the questionnaire does not answer the first question correctly. And of course, there's one Zuma friend allowed for each battle. And of course, we'll start the program with me picking a number in my head, small, 1 to 7. I have it locked in, and Pat Manning will give you the opportunity to choose first on what number is in my head, 1 through 7.
I'm going to go number 1.
Number 1, Steve Kuster.
So I think you're thinking 2.
I love it. I was thinking 3. I had Babe Ruth on my mind for some reason. Coach Kuster gets the nod. How would you like to proceed, Coach? Would you like to receive or to give first?
I'll ask Pat the first question.
You're going to throw down the gauntlet right away.
All right.
Round 1.
Let's go with, let's go with science of the 80s.
Science of the 80s. Okay, well, it just so happens we're ready with a science question from the 80s. Or maybe not. What happened here? Here we go. All right, Coach.
Yep.
Manning, this is for the lead. Start off on the right foot. In what year of the decade was the first ever compact disc released? First ever compact disc. What year was that released? Coach Manning.
Oh, man.
These are always the best because you have a 1 in chance of guessing right.
Yeah. I'll say 1983.
Woo, that is close but incorrect. Coach Kuster, do you have a rebuttal? A possible steal here?
I'm trying to figure out what a compact disc is. That's different than a CD, right? What?
No,
Yeah.
that is a CD, actually. You are right on the right track. Compact disc is just the long name of CD.
I don't think I've ever heard it called that. Anyway, so
Well, we like to inform on this show. What can I say?
it's not a Walkman, early Discman. 84.
84. All right. Very good guess. Also incorrect. The correct answer was 1982. 1982, the first compact disc was released. That was 80s science and technology. Done.
All right.
I have to remember when I actually get something, if I can even remember it, doesn't mean that's when it came out, right? I was usually probably well behind the times.
I agree with you. I'm always like, oh, that was 1987. And then I find out it happened like 10 years before. And I'm like, what? And I always thought I was on top of things. No way.
All right, Steve. We're going to do news and events from the 60s.
All right. News and events from the 60s. Steve Kuster, opportunity to take the lead. Here is your news and events questions from the 1960s. In 1962, 3 inmates escaped from what inescapable prison? In 1962, 3 inmates escaped from what inescapable prison?
I'm going to go with Alcatraz.
That is the correct answer. Steve Kuster on the board in round 2.
Oh, boy.
Oh, round 1. Sorry, that was the second. That is the correct answer. And after 1 round, it's 1-0. Uh-oh, Pat.
I'm fine.
You're fine. You're fine. I know.
We're gonna go trying to think of TV and movies, and I'm gonna say of the 2000s.
Oops. Sorry, that's a phone thing. Hold on.
Uh-oh, TV and movies from the 2000s while Pat answers your phone. We'll see what's going on.
That was crazy. Okay,
That was
sorry.
the bat phone.
Actually, it's probably a bad choice. I forgot about Libby growing up. Like I need to navigate around your daughter's age and things you would know because she's growing up and you're growing up. So anyway, movies of the 2000s.
Well, that's an interesting segue into the question. I love your strategy and your thought process, and it's always showing us and taking us through it.
Uh-oh.
Because this will help. If Libby saw this movie and liked this movie, this will help. Pat Manning,
Okay.
here's your question. In the movie Enchanted, what is the name of Giselle's best friend? In the movie Enchanted, what is the name of Giselle's best friend?
Enchanted Libby was too old to.
What?
I mean, I'm sure she saw it, but it wasn't like playing all the time in our house.
My wife and I saw it in the theater. That's how
Did?
good Enchanted was. Come on, Patrick Dempsey. I thought you for sure you'd be in on that.
Well, I would know Patrick Dempsey, but
Yeah, well, there you go.
wait, should I have to call my nephew? I don't think he'd know this either.
That might be
Enchanted
outside.
best friend. Is it an animal?
Can I answer that, Steve?
Oh,
No, cannot. Not allowed
Steve
to answer
knows-
any questions.
Steve knows this. I know he knows this.
Steve knows this? I can't wait.
Herman. I don't know.
I love it. It's a good guess. Why? At least you threw something out there. It is not Herman. Coach
So-
Kuster for another point.
I do not know this. Will you repeat the question, please?
I will repeat the question, of course. In the movie Enchanted, what is Giselle's best friend's name? Giselle had a best friend in Enchanted.
Is Enchanted
Disney movie.
it's not real people, right? It's animated.
Let me tell you, it's half real people and half animated. It's a curious movie. It's like Roger.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking of the one Rapunzel where she puts her hair up.
No, Rapunzel and Herman were not on our radar. This was
Enchanted, I saw that
Enchanted.
movie.
Patrick
Okay.
Dempsey.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe it was Amy Adams. Am I wrong? Amy Adams played Giselle.
Yeah.
Giselle had a best friend.
Yeah.
Giselle's best friend's name.
I still wouldn't
Pat
know.
thinks it's a guy, so I'm gonna stay with that theme, and I'm gonna go with Giselle and Theodore.
Theodore is also a good guess. It's great because it was a guy, but the best friend's name was a chipmunk, I believe a chipmunk, named Pip. Pip was the correct answer.
Okay. No
So that
chance on that
was
one. Woo.
TV and movies from the 2000s.
All right, Steve, music, dance, and theater from the 70s.
Music, dance, and theater from the 70s. All right. I love my music, dance, and theater questions. Here we go, Steve. Bottom of the second here. Still 1-0. Very tight match. Steve looking for some room. The musical Godspell opened on Broadway in May of 1971 and features a song that reached number 13 on the Billboard hit charts in 1972. What song from Godspell reached the Billboard charts in 1972? What was the name of that song?
Okay.
And I'll just add, it's one of my personal favorites.
I've never heard of Godspell.
What? Don't talk about it, Godspell.
1972, popular singer. Oh God.
Not a singer, a song. But yeah, I see where you're going.
I'm
Trying to
thinking-
find the song through the singer.
Right.
I got you.
Oh boy. I can't even think of a good song. Let's go with
I can see the wheels turning.
Sympathy for the Devil, Rolling Stones. No
Sympathy
idea.
for the Devil. What a great guess. Not in Godspell, quite the opposite. But I like where you're headed. Pat Manning for the tie. The musical
Yes.
Godspell opened on Broadway in May of 1971 and features a song that reached number 13 on the Billboard charts. What was that song?
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh my gosh, that was in the movie and the play
That wasn't
Godspell.
it?
Not the song, though. The song was Day by Day.
Oh,
Day by day. Day
Yes.
by day by day.
yeah.
All right, nobody gets that point.
I was sure I knew that.
It looked like you were very confident.
That
and
was the main theme song.
that
and
was
everything,
that
right?
Jesus Christ Superstar was the main theme
Superstar.
song. Absolutely.
No, I know that song. Wasn't there also either a movie or a play called Jesus Christ Superstar or no?
Yes, there was. Very good. Well
Right.
done. Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
That was
After
a
two
trick.
rounds, we're talking
that
about.
was a trick question, Steve. I mean,
Oh, not a trick question.
kind of.
Okay. 1-0. After 2 rounds,
My turn to ask.
your
Am I
turn
up?
to ask Pat, Steve.
All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna give you the music theater dance from the. Oh, I'm gonna go from the 80s.
The 80s.
Uh-oh.
You don't know it.
That might
maybe
be more in Pat's wheelhouse. We'll see. Music, dance, and theater from the 80s. All right. Tell me what you think when you hear this question, Pat. Here
Okay.
it comes. Your question to lead off round 3, trailing 1-0, by the way. The Power of Love, a song which gave Huey Lewis and the News their first
God.
Billboard #1 hit, was the theme song from what 1985 movie?
All right, I'm calling Andrew.
Oh no, we're going Zoomer friend. Are we getting him on Zoom? or
I
is this
know
just-
you love Huey New. Huey, who you know?
Huey
Lewis in the News. I
was
know you
hoping
love
you weren't gonna say the name of the title because that was my first ever concert. And if you had
No
not,
way, Huey Lewis was your first ever concert?
if you had not said the artist, I would have been all over it. But you said the artist. Now you made it much harder.
I made it a little more
Yeah.
difficult. I didn't
Here.
want to make it too easy.
All right, I got my nephew.
All right, Andrew
This is Andrew.
Bromstead has joined the program. Andrew, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Where are you joining us from today?
The great state of New Hampshire. Live free or die.
Very good. Live free or die is good. They'll know this answer in New Hampshire. I got a feeling. Now, Pat is trailing 1-0 as we start round 3. So this is a critical question, Andrew.
on,
No
Andrew.
pressure whatsoever.
Come back.
Here's your question from the 1980s. Music, dance, and theater is the category. The Power of Love, a song which gave Huey Lewis and the News their first Billboard #1 hit, was the theme song to which 1985 movie?
1985.
Andrew, you know
85,
movies. Come on.
1985.
1985.
Huey Lewis and the News. Steve Kuster's first concert, which just endears him to me even more than he already was.
Andrew's a movie buff, so he's got to know this. No pressure or
Okay,
anything.
Power of love.
The power of, I can
Don't
sing it.
take money. Don't
Wait,
take
sorry.
fame.
1985.
1985.
Sorry, did you say it won an Academy Award?
It was nominated for Academy Award, although I did not say that. It was the Huey Lewis and the News, their first Billboard #1 hit.
1985. I'm gonna guess. Oh man, 85. Is it Back to the Future?
It, in fact, was Back to the Future. That's quite a guess,
Are you-
Andrew.
He got it?
Ah,
That is the correct answer. Back to the Future.
Andrew! Woo!
Yeah,
Thanks.
well done, Andrew. Talk about a pinch hit home run right there. My goodness.
Pinch hit home run.
You
That was
just tied
awesome.
things up for Pat Manning. If she gets to the
Thanks,
championship, she
Andrew.
owes you.
That was going to be my guess. So it's good.
Oh, Steve, you knew it?
It's good that the guy. I don't know if I knew it, but that's the only thing I could come up with.
Oh,
That
Andrew.
was the correct. I thought it was going to be easier than that. I have to mention, I thought that it would ring a bell to you
Yeah.
guys, but
I think
You did
I
not
think
think-
better at night. All my sessions have been at night, too early in the morning for me.
it's too. Then that was Steve. That was part of Steve's strategy, Pat. He knew that.
Yeah, I think so. All right, thanks, Andrew.
all right, of
Thanks,
course.
Andrew. Thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks for
Bye.
nothing.
Did
Woo.
you say thanks for nothing? Steve Kuster taking this ultra seriously. All right, so we head down to the bottom of the third.
Chris,
It is-
I'm thinking, I do think much clearer. My answers are much sharper at night.
Always.
Right.
I'm
I'm used
I
to
think-
coaching at night, not in the
Right.
day.
No, I'm
Steve's
lucky
in the
if I get
pool.
to talk to you before 11 o'clock. So this is.
Steve's in the pool in the mornings. I'm not. All right, let's do science and technology from the 50s. This will be
From
really.
the 50s, going way back. Science and tech. All right, Steve Kuster, to retake the lead in the bottom of the third, what life-saving vaccine was invented in the 1950s? 1955. What life-saving vaccine was invented in 1955?
I'm gonna go with polio.
That is correct. Not even a thought process on that.
Man, I knew that one.
That wasn't even a torture, Steve. You just came right up with that.
Yep. That was good, Steve.
Well done. Well done. We start the fourth round with Steve Kuster leading 2-1. In no time, reclaiming the lead.
All right, let's go with, we're gonna go with 60s wild card for Pat.
60s wild card. You never know what you're going to find in these wild cards. That's the beauty of it.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, I do love this question. I do. 60s wild card. Wonderful question here for you, Pat.
Okay.
What TV star debuted in 1961 weighing over 500 pounds? What TV star who debuted in 1961 weighed over 500 pounds?
The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, that was a good answer. Not the correct answer. I love your thought process, though. Steve Kuster, do you have a steal?
TV star.
What TV star debuted in 1961 and weighed over 500 pounds?
Oh, no.
Yes.
I know it now.
Yes.
I don't.
No.
I have the only person I can think of, but I think this is too early because I know I was watching him as a teenager. The only one I got is Andre the Giant. That's all I got.
That's a great guess. I thought you were going to go Marlon
Chris.
Brando, and I was going to say, yeah, he didn't get that big until later. The
I'm gonna
correct
say
answer
Mr.
was
Ed.
officially a trick question, Pat.
It was Mr.
Mr.
Ed.
Ed.
I
Mr.
know.
Ed was the TV star.
I
who
know. I
debuted.
got it after. Shoot.
Tricky.
Still 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Pat, you have to choose wisely now.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Let's give Steve a wild card from
Oh, let's do it.
from the 70s.
From the 70s. All right. This is a good one. They all are. Steve Kuster, wild card question from the oh, wait. I think that's from the 80s. I wrote 70s on it. Ooh, hold on.
I gotta let my dog out. I'll be right back.
Nitro.
I like the 80s better.
All right. Well, we will have, I think we'll have to go with the 80s because I wrote two, my bad. I wrote two 80s. No 70s. Pat, you can change your category if you want. I wrote two 80s for wild card and no 70s. So do you want him to do 80s or you want to change your category?
Go ahead with that one.
All right, here we go. From the 1980s, wild card. What long-running animated Fox TV show debuted as part of the Tracy Ullman Show in 1987? So this became a long-running animated Fox TV show, but first it debuted as part of the Tracy Ullman Show in 1987.
Man, I wish I knew. I mean, I think Beavis and Butthead was later, and I doubt they were part of the Tracy Ullman Show. So all I got is The Simpsons.
That is correct. The Simpsons is the correct answer. Wow. Again,
You knew that, didn't you?
you can
I knew
see.
Why
Pat,
am I
you
getting
can
all the
see-
duds? I knew that one too.
You knew that one as well. So it's now
Yeah.
3-1 at the end of 4 rounds.
Uh-oh.
Steve has a 2-question lead after 4, but still 3 rounds to go. Anything's possible. 6 questions remain.
All right, so we're gonna go. Man, I don't feel like there's a lot of places to go here.
There's a lot of places to go. I don't know if they're
No.
good ones, but there's a lot left.
Not where I feel confident.
Oh, okay.
Let's go sports and leisures of the 60s.
Sports and leisure of the 60s. Okay.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Here we go, Pat. This is a sports question. from the 1960s.
Okay.
You're trailing 3-1 as we start the 5th round. Who was the quarterback that
Oh.
guaranteed a Super Bowl victory in
Oh.
January 1969 and then delivered it as the Jets upset the Baltimore Colts?
Yeah, Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. Look at the
Yeah.
confidence.
Here's your layup, Matt. See?
That was a layup.
Darn.
Did you know that one, Steve?
Yes.
All right, very good. Well, I never know. I
Yeah.
never want to assume. It's now 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Hmm.
All right,
That's-
let's go. Science and technology from the 90s.
From the 90s, science and technology from the 90s. Here it is. You are up 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Steve, here's your science and technology questions from the 1990s. What computer virus I'm going to say what computer virus strikes every March 6th on the birthday of a former painter / sculptor? What is the name of that virus? It's a computer virus. Every March 6th, starting in the 1990s.
Painter, sculptor. Oh boy. What was this category?
This category was science and technology.
What?
So what computer virus strikes every March 6th on the birthday of a famous painter and sculptor?
Sculptor part's throwing me off a little bit. March 6th means nothing to me. Pat, do you know this?
No.
I don't think my
Is it
phone-
time for Dan McQuarrie?
Maybe he might know. This isn't it. What was it was
1990 science and technology.
1990. I mean, he was born in the 90s, science and technology, 1990s, computer virus. Oh boy. And I'm gonna save him.
Okay, save him.
I'm gonna go with, so now I'm forgetting the two names I had.
Pat, this is, just so you know, this is normal for a Steve Kuster trivia tournament contest.
I have no idea. I'm gonna say
He's gonna
Rodin.
get it, right?
Who'd you say?
Rodin.
Rodin is incorrect, but I like that you came up with Rodin. Very nice.
I think my mom would be very disappointed I didn't know this.
Well, is she gonna watch?
When I was in college, she offered to pay for any of my friends and I to go to the museums in Philadelphia, of which I think we told her we went once and
Never did. Pat Manning, do you have a guess?
I have never heard of this. I'm gonna say Michelangelo.
That is the correct answer. We have a tie game. That is unbelievable.
Are you serious?
I
Me
am
too.
serious. Michelangelo is the correct answer. That is the name of the virus that strikes every March 6th.
I have never heard that.
What a
That's-
huge steal that was.
Yeah.
At the end of round 5, folks, we have a tie. It is
That
3-2.
makes up for Mr. Ed, because I knew Mr. Ed.
Holy cow. Michelangelo.
Chris,
That is the
3-2.
Sistine Chapel.
Oh, that's funny.
3-2.
Huh?
It's 3-2.
3-3.
No.
Yeah. She
Is
got 2 with it was 3-1. She got 2 with the easy layup, Joe Namath.
Oh, right.
Made it
That was
3-2.
that was a very easy layup. You know what's funny is I thought Sistine Chapel, but I couldn't come up with who did it.
I almost said Sistine Chapel, and I was like, oh no, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him.
I couldn't think of who did Sistine Chapel. Impressive, Pat.
Very impressive, and we're tied. This is worthy of a semifinal battle.
Wait, is this the last round?
No,
Is
there's a
it three-
championship after this. No, oh,
No,
we're
no,
round 6.
no.
Start around 6.
Sure.
So we have 4 questions remaining, 2 each round.
Okay.
There's 4 questions left.
I never
Coach
figured
Kuster
out.
still has Dan McQuarrie in his pocket. So
Okay.
Who's asking the question? Me?
you are asking Pat, I believe.
Okay.
All All right, let's go. Movies of the TV movies of the 2010s.
2010 TV movies. Wow. Okay.
I'm hoping Pat's busy reading books and
Watching
things-
film.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, Pat. This is
Yeah.
your TV question from the 2010s.
Okay.
Who is the only African American actor to win an Emmy for Best Actress in a drama series? Who is the only African American actor to win an Emmy for Best Actress in a drama series?
You're saying
Happened in
an
the
actor,
2010s.
wasn't it Viola Davis?
It was Viola Davis. Yes. Pat Manning. This is unbelievable. Talk about comebacks.
I'm usually
Or
behind.
How to Get Away with Murder. I love that show.
How to Get Away with Murder is correct.
Wow.
That is
He's
impressive,
awesome.
Coach Manning.
She's awesome.
Apparently
in
not
it.
watching too much film because you had some time for How to Get Away with Murder.
No, it's I just record everything.
Well, now you
On
have a
demand.
chance to
That
put
was
Steve
big.
in a bad position if you pick the right category and
Oh.
question.
Oh
That was
shoot.
big, Pat. Well done.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Let's do
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
news and events from the 70s.
From
Did I
the
already do that?
70s. News and events from the 70s. Steve, this is the bottom of the sixth. Pat is taking a 4-3 lead. Here is your news and events question. In 1970, what supersonic aircraft made its very first flight at 700 miles per hour?
I'm
In
gonna go-
1970, what supersonic aircraft made its first flight at 700 miles per hour?
I'm gonna say the Concorde.
That is correct.
Yeah,
We are
Steve.
tied up. Steve Kuster not going away quietly. Let's tie this thing up at 4
Woo.
with his Concorde, and that was with no angst whatsoever. You
Yeah,
were
he did
confident.
that.
I had a
Boom.
little angst because I'm like aircraft. I'm thinking it's tricky, and then I was wondering if it was actually that early, but
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
gotta
seem
find
like
a category that Pat's not good at.
Right. This is the top of the seventh. This is a big choice. 4-4 is the score.
Let's go with. Let's go with music, theater, dance. I already did the 80s. Let's do 90s.
90s music, theater, and dance.
That will have moved on to her focus on other things. Hopefully at that age.
The
Yep.
thing about music, dance, and theater in the 90s in the later years is I always think you guys are always around your players so you hear their music, so that might, maybe that'll be a reason. I don't know. Here we go.
maybe.
1990s music, dance, and theater. This is a music question. What was the name of What was the name of MC Hammer's mega dance hit in 1990? What was the name of MC Hammer's mega dance hit in 1990? Former Oakland A's bat boy, MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh boy, now
Steve, you know it?
I might be getting too confused.
Do you want me to do the dance that goes with it?
No,
The dance.
No, don't give her any hints.
Because I'm drawing a blank. But I know when I hear it, I'm gonna say, yeah, I knew that. MC Hammer. Crap, I don't know.
Oh no,
I'm waiting for you to pull something out here, Pat.
No.
she's done that before.
Oh, wait a
Exactly.
minute. Let me think.
I'm going to give you the Steve Kuster allotted amount of time that he's created before I start singing the Jeopardy. When I
Okay.
start singing Jeopardy, we're almost out of time.
Yeah, I don't know.
No
Crush.
guess whatsoever.
The Crush. It's not the Crush, but I don't know what
It's
it
not
is.
the crush, but I like that you threw it out there. Coach Kuster for the lead.
So I was really confident initially, can picture the dance and sing it and all that. But then I started thinking, was that Bobby Brown? I think Bobby
Oh,
Brown.
I love a Bobby Brown reference. I love it.
Bobby Brown is my prerogative, I believe.
Yep, my prerogative and every little thing.
I'm going with Can't Touch This.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm usually pretty lenient on these things, but given the stature and where we're at, I'm gonna have to give you no points. The correct answer is "You Can't Touch This" is the correct answer of the song.
Oh,
You can't touch this.
You? Oh, that's
You
harsh.
can't. And the reason I'm going
That
with
is
the you
harsh.
is where I read the question, it made a very specific reference to the fact that most people say "can't touch this," but it's "you can't touch this." That is the correct answer. So we're gonna stay tied.
I am shocked.
We are gonna stay tied at 4.
That's
can't touch
amazing.
this. Can't touch. I knew that.
Of course you did.
But
Can't touch
I
this.
would have said the same thing Steve did with "Can't Touch This." I would.
Yeah, because that's what he says. You can't. Well, I guess
Yeah.
he does say you can't touch
I
it
guess-
once or twice. Anyway, here we go.
Wow.
Tied. This is a
Um,
big one. 4-4 tie.
I would have.
Oh, boy.
I feel like Alex Trebek would have said, "I need more specific. Be more specific."
You know, I think you might have been correct on that. I am not Alex Trebek,
But he's
But-
not.
but I have seen people do that. I need more. In fact, I'm watching the new Name That Tune, and they say that often. So I should have said that. Need
Yeah,
more
I like that.
specific.
I don't think I would have. I don't know if I would come up with this.
Can you be more specific? All right, Pat.
It's my question, right?
Yours
Okay,
for Steve. Steve has a chance to walk this off.
I know, Steve. Oh man. Wild card of the 80s.
Wild card of the 80s. Okay.
Chris, I just need one more.
Yeah, it's 4-4, and this is the bottom of the 7th.
All right.
So we do not have wild card of the 80s. We have wild card of the 70s or wild card of the 90s. You went wild card of the 80s with
Let's
the
do
Simpsons.
wild card of the 70s.
Okay, wild card of the 70s. This is a sports question. That's sometimes
Come
you get those
on.
in wild card.
No.
This came from the 1972 Munich Olympics, Steve. Despite because of several controversial calls, this country's men's basketball team defeated the USA in the gold medal game of the 1972 Munich Olympics, ending the Americans' 63-game win streak. What country ended the USA's 63-game win streak in the gold medal game of the 1972 Munich Olympics, men's basketball?
So I think
Nitro.
it was the Soviet Union.
That is correct, Steve Kuster. You've just advanced, walked off with a 5-4 victory over Pat Manning in the semifinals. Unbelievable. And there was
Congrats, Steve.
no discussion
No idea
in
why.
that.
No
Yeah.
idea why I know that.
How did you know that so solidly?
Well, I was worried if I said the wrong thing, USSR, Soviet Union, Russia, that you weren't gonna count it. So I had to think about
Well,
it. But I just remember
I was going to say be more specific.
being a big deal. Like I just heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Well,
like,
That was a
Well,
big deal.
Did you know
That's
the
when
answer,
they
Pat?
started letting the pros come in after
Yeah.
that.
Did you know the answer to that, Pat?
Yeah.
You did. You had that. I said
Right,
I was like, boy, if Steve doesn't get this, Pat's walking it off.
exactly. In a basketball question, no less. Like the kid.
Yeah, you
asked
never
us
know what
I
you're going
know.
to get in wild
How
card.
bad is that? I lose on a basketball question.
And
So
on the
I-
very last question too, unless we
I
went
was
to
wondering,
overtime, which is
though, like,
possible.
that I started getting a little worried. So I'm like, I think it's Soviet Union, but that was also a hockey deal too. Like it was a big deal to beat the
Yeah.
Soviet Union. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if I was like mixing it.
Well, you
Yeah.
did not mix up. You are in the championship match of
Congrats,
the
Steve.
Williams College
Congrats.
Winter
That was fun.
Athletics Time Travel Trivia Contest. Steve, how do you feel?
I mean, I feel like I won because if you get the chance, you beat Pat Manning, like you've won. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happens in the championship.
That's what I'm saying. Brady versus Mahomes. You feel like you've already won.
Exactly.
I don't know how you got past Manning.
Pinnacle.
So you will take on the winner of Mike Armstrong and Scott Honecker in the championship, which we will film next week. So I know you'll be preparing all week for that when you're not
Go
ready
get
to
him,
swim.
Steve. I'm cheering for you, Steve. Come on.
Pat Manning, I want to thank you. You've been fantastic all tournament long. What a showing.
Next year I do this at night only.
Start making the rules. No morning shows for Pat Mann.
Right, no morning shows ever again.
All right. Well, for the viewers at home, I want to say thank you for watching. And please tune in next week when Steve Kuster will be in the championship match of the Williams College Winter Athletics Time Travel Trivia Tournament. I am your host, Chris Dufour, and we'll see you next week.